first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Jets. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. And that'll set them back 5. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Carter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
The 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Christian Kirk deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Shreds the tackle, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is gone. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Goff going to keep it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got let's go.
Gone. And that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in and practice.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They go play action with Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And the Jets are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Carter. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carter again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jets have taken the lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, It actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Second and 16. Out of the gun, Goff. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Ashton Davis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10. A handoff for Carter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And they'll run here with Carter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
DC. Maverick. Rush in. Go.
Play action. It's gone. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down at 4. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Gone. Open man is Kirk, complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return will stop right around the 25.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Kirk. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hell, you want?
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 8. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go. Set. 60.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Ertz has it left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Carter.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Wilson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
There'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Carter. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
To throw is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's second and a yard.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Carter. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Ertz over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's a give to Carter. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
68 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Carter. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and 10. It's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On 1st down, Wilson.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, Buck.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Derek Barnes in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Ertz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Jets 20, Lions 17. Brayton Mann to kick off for the Jets.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Goff now looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Carter on the read option, and he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carter once more. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop.
On first down, it's gone. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now gone. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
53, check 53. Watch the curl, Super 66.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Play action. It's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll give to Carter here on the option. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
A handoff for Carter. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. On 1st down, right back to Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They go play action now. Wilson. He will find Davis. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Carter. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Wilson on the keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Zach Wilson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 27, Lions 17. To kick off for the Jets.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike, 53. Super. Mike. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Good try. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Now it's gone.
Here we go.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
Now Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Goff now to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Maverick. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still like
Goff.
y'all playing the wrong football.
Williams brings it in. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Jets 27, Lions 20.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Carter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Offensive yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another tote for Carter.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
On 3rd down, here's Carter.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Jets, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they